There is something so powerful about the moment you sit in the salon chair and decide, this time, I'm doing this for me. After 60, your hair is not just hair anymore. It is a story of everything you've lived, loved, and learned. And yet, the wrong haircut can make you feel tired, weighed down, or older than you really are, while the right one can suddenly light up your eyes, soften your features, and make you feel 10 years younger without a single injection or procedure. Many stylists agree that softer shapes, movement, and face framing layers can act like a gentle, non-surgical lift for mature faces, especially when hair tends to thin or lose volume with age. In this video, we'll walk together through 3 beautiful haircuts that flatter women over 60 and give that fresh, youthful glow, and 3 haircuts you'll want to avoid because they quietly add years instead of taking them off. Think of this as a loving, honest conversation with a friend who wants you to step out of the salon feeling confident, elegant, and fully yourself again. Soft layered bob that lifts your face. There is a reason the soft layered bob keeps appearing on every list of flattering haircuts for women over 60. It is timeless, modern, and incredibly forgiving on a mature face. When hair is cut to somewhere between the chin and just above the shoulders, with gentle layers and maybe a soft side-swept fringe, it frames your features without dragging them down. That length naturally draws the eye to your cheekbones and jawline, creating a subtle lifting effect, the way a well-placed scarf or necklace can brighten your whole look. For many women after 60, hair becomes finer or flatter, and this kind of bob adds movement and volume without needing an hour of styling every morning. What makes this bob so youthful is not perfection, but softness. Slightly shattered ends, a bit of texture, and even a few soft waves can keep it from looking stiff or helmet-like, which is exactly what tends to age us. A side part or soft fringe helps to disguise lines on the forehead and gently skim over crow's feet, drawing attention instead to your eyes and your smile. Instead of heavy, blunt edges that sit like a block around your face, these light layers allow the hair to move when you walk, when you laugh, when you turn your head, and that movement signals vitality and energy. If you wear glasses, a layered bob can sit beautifully around the frames, balancing the face instead of collapsing into them. Silver, gray, or highlighted hair looks stunning in this cut because the layers add dimension. Each strand catches the light in a slightly different way, creating depth and radiance. This haircut is also very forgiving in daily life. On days when you want to keep things simple, you can let it air dry with a little styling cream for gentle texture and lift. On days when you feel like putting in a little more effort, a round brush or a soft wave with a curling iron will give you that polished, I woke up like this elegance without trying too hard. The key is to tell your stylist you want a layered bob that sits between chin and collarbone, with softness around the face and no harsh, blunt lines. Ask them to avoid cutting it too heavy at the bottom, because that can create a square, dragging shape that highlights jowls or sagging instead of lifting them. When this cut is done well, you look like yourself on a really good day. Lighter, fresher, and quietly confident, as if you've just let go of a weight you didn't realize you were carrying. Youthful pixie with soft volume. A lot of women over 60 think, a pixie is too short, it will make me look harsh. But the right pixie can actually be one of the most youthful, flattering cuts you can choose. The secret is in the softness and the volume. A modern pixie for mature women is not shaved and severe. It has gentle layers, a bit of length on top, and often a side-swept fringe that frames the face instead of exposing everything at once. This kind of pixie lifts the eye upward, thanks to the extra volume at the crown, which helps counteract the natural downward pull that comes with age around the jaw and neck. With a soft pixie, the hair around the ears and nape is usually neat but not brutally short, which keeps the style feminine and elegant. The top is cut in soft, feathered layers so you can easily add height with your fingers and a light styling product, almost like creating a mini facelift with your hair every morning. For thinning hair, those short layers can make your hair appear fuller and more textured, because there is less weight pulling it flat. Shorter hair also keeps damaged ends and frizz under control, so your hair reflects more light and looks healthier, which always reads as more youthful. One of the beautiful things about a pixie at this stage of life is the message it sends. Confident, free, and unafraid to be seen. It highlights your eyes, cheekbones, and smile, especially when paired with subtle makeup or a bright lipstick if you enjoy wearing it. A side-swept fringe or slightly longer pieces around the face can soften fine lines and create a gentle frame, preventing that all forehead effect that some very short cuts can have. The style is also incredibly low maintenance. You can wash, add a touch of mousse or styling cream, tousle with your fingers, and you are ready for the day. When you talk to your stylist, you might say you want a soft, layered pixie with volume at the crown and length through the top, avoiding super short, clipped sides that feel harsh. Show them reference pictures of women over 60 with textured pixies, not teen or runway styles, so they understand you want softness, movement, and elegance. If you wear your natural gray or silver, a pixie can showcase it beautifully by letting the color and texture take center stage. This is not a haircut that tries to hide your age. It celebrates where you are while gently removing visual weight from your face. Done well, a youthful pixie makes you look like you've stepped into a lighter, more liberated version of yourself. Easy, chic, and quietly radiant. 3 haircuts that secretly age you. Just as some cuts lift and refresh, others quietly add years, even if they once felt safe or familiar. The first style to be careful with is the overly short, harsh crop, where the hair is clipped very close to the scalp with almost no softness or texture. While short hair can be beautiful, this kind of severe crop removes the framing that hair can give the face and instead exposes every line and shadow around the eyes, mouth, and jaw. Without any softness or movement, the cut can feel a bit sharp or masculine, especially if there is no sideswept fringe or gentle layering to balance it. The second haircut that often ages women over 60 is the long, heavy, one-length style that hangs past the shoulders with no layers. Long, blunt hair tends to drag the eye downward, emphasizing drooping features or a softer jawline, and can make the face appear tired instead of lifted. Because the ends are all one weight, the hair can look flat at the roots and bulky at the bottom, which is the opposite of the lightness and movement that usually look youthful. On thinning or fine hair, this effect is even stronger, as the length pulls the hair down and makes it appear even thinner at the crown. The third style that can be surprisingly aging is the stiff helmet bob or bowl cut with a very rounded, fixed shape. You might recognize it. The hair curves under in a perfect shell, often heavily sprayed so it barely moves. While it may feel neat and controlled, that rigidity can instantly date the look and draw attention to the shape of the haircut rather than your face. When hair doesn't move, it can make the whole image feel static, and static often reads as older, whereas softness and a little bit of imperfection feel more current and alive. A very short, perfectly straight fringe cut high above the eyebrows can have a similar effect, because it exposes so much forehead and highlights expression lines and skin texture. If you currently have one of these styles, it does not mean you have done anything wrong. It simply means you chose what felt safe or familiar at the time, which is something many women do, especially when life is busy and self-care comes last. The good news is that small adjustments can make a big difference. Adding soft layers, growing out a harsh fringe into a sideswept one, or letting a heavy one-length cut evolve into a light, layered bob can gently bring back that sense of lightness and youthfulness without a drastic transformation. The goal is never to chase youth desperately, but to choose hair that reflects the energy, wisdom, and quiet beauty you already carry at this stage of life. Final thoughts. Your hair at this age is not about following trends. It is about honoring the woman you have become. The right haircut does not erase your years. It simply lets your true light show more clearly by lifting your features, adding softness, and bringing movement back to every step you take. Whether you feel drawn to a soft layered bob, a youthful pixie with volume, or simply a more modern version of the style you already love, the most important thing is that you feel like yourself, comfortable, radiant, and at ease. When you walk out of the salon, you deserve to feel that little spark of yes, this is me, every time you catch your reflection. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe to Timeless Wisdom Path.